Rocket Lab has collapsed minus 10.21% to $85.41, a historic single-session move that demands your attention. In this video we break down what is driving this and what it means. Welcome to MTRS_Market Pulse. It is Thursday, June 25th, and this is your complete global market briefing. A defensive tone is setting the pace today. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, Rumble's Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Let us start with a quick look at how the major global markets are positioned today. Starting with the major global indices. S&P 500 is broadly flat at $7,358.22, awaiting a fresh catalyst. Equity markets are responding to reports that markets recoil in global sell-off driven by tech stocks, The New York Times. NASDAQ 100 slipped minus 0.43% to $29,220. Equity markets are responding to reports that NASDAQ closes lower as chip sell-off resumes, Micron shares extend losses, live updates. Dow Jones ticked up plus 0.35% to $51,849. Investor sentiment is being shaped by S&P 500, NASDAQ rise as oil drops and Micron earnings loom, QZ.com. DAX is down minus 1.59%, trading at $24,740. This comes as stock market today, S&P 500, NASDAQ close lower for third straight day, oil prices drop to lowest level since start of war, Investopedia, adding pressure to energy markets. FTSE 100 ticked up plus 0.31% to $10,462. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, Rumble's Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Now let us turn to some of the biggest names in global equities. Rocket Lab made a dramatic move today, plunged minus 10.21% to $85.41. Neutron medium-lift rocket development is the key valuation catalyst. Commercial success would dramatically expand the addressable market. Space Systems revenue is a growing, predictable revenue base. The SpaceX IPO narrative creates positive sector sentiment that benefits Rocket Lab. Samsung surged plus 9.84% to $340,500 in a significant session. HBM3 yield rates for AI training chips are the most critical near-term metric. Any positive update would drive a meaningful earnings upgrade cycle. The memory upcycle is intact, but Samsung's foundry losses are a drag. A recovery in smartphone DRAM pricing would add a second earnings lever. Infosys plunged minus 3.39% to 1,029.30 Indian rupees in a significant session. The annual revenue guidance range is the single most important event. Any upgrade above the current midpoint is a catalyst for the entire IT sector. Cobalt AI platform deal wins are the differentiation story. Watch the large deal TCV and the revenue conversion timeline. TCS plunged minus 3.21% to 2,059.60 Indian rupees in a significant session. The 26 to 28% EBIT margin band has been consistently delivered. The market wants to see whether AI-driven productivity allows margin expansion beyond the upper end of that range. Attrition stabilization is a positive signal on demand confidence. AI services deal conversions are the emerging growth driver. Now let us dig into the macro picture driving these moves. Geopolitical risks remain elevated. This comes as stock market today, S&P 500, NASDAQ close lower for third straight day, oil prices drop to lowest level since start of war, Investopedia, adding pressure to energy markets. This is keeping traders cautious and supporting flows into defensive assets. Central bank policy is at the forefront of investor minds. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, Rumble's Bitcoin by what's moving markets. On the data front, investor sentiment is being shaped by S&P 500, NASDAQ rise as oil drops and Micron earnings loom, QZ.com. Turning to commodities. Brent crude plunged to $73.18 per barrel, down 5.06% on the session. This comes as markets recoil in global sell-off driven by tech stocks, The New York Times, adding pressure to energy markets. WTI crude plunged to $69.87 per barrel, down 4.56% on the session. This comes as markets recoil in global sell-off driven by tech stocks, The New York Times, adding pressure to energy markets. Natural gas surged to $3.26, up 3.72% on the session. This comes as stock market today, S&P 500, NASDAQ close lower for third straight day, oil prices dropped to lowest level since start of war, Investopedia, adding pressure to energy markets. Gold dropped sharply to $4,016.40 per troy ounce, down 2.75% on the session. The gold move is partly driven by why has gold declined despite escalating geopolitical tensions, caveout Ari. Let us give you our near-term view on Rocket Lab. The technical picture for Rocket Lab has deteriorated. The $80.29 level will be critical to monitor. It represents a key line in the sand for bulls. A break below could trigger further stop-loss selling. Manage your risk carefully. In the currency markets, Euro to US dollar is at 1.14, losing 0.57% on the day. Pound sterling to US dollar is at 1.32, losing 0.59% on the day. US dollar to Japanese yen is at 161.60, gaining 0% on the day. The move in the dollar reflects reports that Russia is grappling with its worst nationwide fuel shortages in years. Here's where. Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty. Here is your market watch list heading into the next session. Keep a close eye on central bank speakers and rate commentary, and key economic data releases. Any one of these could be the catalyst that defines the next major directional move. Every morning, before markets open, we break down exactly what is moving and why. If you want that edge every day, subscribe and hit the bell icon. If today's analysis was useful, a like is the best way to support the channel. We genuinely appreciate every single one. We read every comment. Drop your view below. Thanks for watching MTRS_Market Pulse. Nothing here constitutes financial advice. Please conduct your own due diligence. Good luck in the markets, and we will see you in the next video. That is your full global market briefing from MTRS_Market Pulse. Subscribe and turn on notifications for daily updates.